Is the spirit of the act being usurped for money grabs? Because, and to me that saddens me, because I think it is a wonderful act that has done a great job in many instances of improving the lives of those with disabilities under the act. But where do we draw the line? Because if this is happening and it starts to become a joke, if more and more of these lawsuits, and we all, literally, I introduced this topic and I hate to say everyone started laughing, but for the most part, people are like, what? Right. On a pornography. So how do we balance this here? Because the purpose of the act was noble. And again, this lawsuit, there's some other, this individual is also, there are a lot of other lawsuits out there, right?
He's, I believe, sued Fox News and the New York Post. I mean, there are a number of other lawsuits that he's pursuing. And I believe also the flip side is that Pornhub has a closed captioned section anyway, right?
Yes.
In the legal field, how do you all look at it as lawyers? Okay, how do we take these acts, their purpose, and then avoid what I think many would believe this to be a frivolous lawsuit?
Right, and I think it's unfortunate, like you're saying, that we're seeing this huge rise in these types of lawsuits. And we're seeing attorneys, sadly, that are more or less plaintiff shopping. They're looking for individuals with disabilities so that they can file these suits so that they can get money. And that's really sad, and it is absolutely not in the spirit of the law. And it's a delicate balance, because obviously we want to protect those with disabilities. We want to make sure that they have equal and fair access. But we don't want to see this, where smaller mom and pop shops, you know, there are restaurants, hotels that are getting taken advantage of, and they don't have the money, and they can't keep up when this is happening. So
for me to hire a lawyer, if I'm a small mom and pop shop, let's say I'm a very small restaurant, if someone lodges a lawsuit against me and I'm within, and I'm doing all the right things, but to even hire a lawyer to defend myself is going to be cost prohibitive. So what I'm guessing is happening is they're just writing a check, and if a plaintiff's attorney is suing enough different places, these $1,000 checks add up to hundreds of thousands of dollars for basically no work. Is that what's happening at times?
Yes. I mean, this is certainly going on in the community in which I practice, in which a number of these lawsuits are being filed against all sorts of small businesses. And it's sad because everybody's aware of it and you take all these protective steps, but I think until the regulation changes and true accommodation is made, people who actually have disabilities absolutely should be protected. But I think it's really becoming an epidemic of these cash grabs. And I'm not saying this particular lawsuit is, but you have to really see, is there a true disservice being done? Are they being excluded from something really that makes a difference in their quality of life or their ability to function? And I think the majority of these cases, that's not necessarily the case.
We agree.